So in Revenge of the Sith, Obi-Wan kills General Grievous. This sets in motion all other events to play out in the timeline, which gives us what we know and love today. But what if these events played out differently, and General Grievous actually killed Obi-Wan? Well, this would change a lot of things. During their fight, it began with Kenobi getting the upper edge on Grievous by cutting his hands off. But as this fight continued, Grievous's brute strength alone was enough for him to be able to best Kenobi until he used the Force to summon a gun, and the rest was history. I think where these events could have changed was if Grievous stopped toying with Kenobi and using his arrogance against the Jedi, similar to how Anakin does on Mustafar. What if, instead of acting slow and laughing at Kenobi, he simply pulls him up and kills him, which I believe he could have done at any moment. But for a vicious, vile creature like General Grievous, this type of death is far too quick. Either way, General Grievous kills Obi-Wan Kenobi. At the same time, we see Palpatine kill Mace Windu and Anakin turns into Darth Vader. He and the 501st clone troopers march for the temple where Order 66 is implemented and the purge of the Jedi begins. Yoda senses this betrayal and decides to head back for the Jedi temple. He notices an encoded message calling for all Jedi to return to the temple. He needs to shut this off, or else more and more Jedi will return to the temple just to be slaughtered by the ravaging Anakin. He gets in his pod and heads for Coruscant. Grievous tries to notify Palpatine of his victory against Kenobi, but to no prevail. Palpatine was finished with Grievous now that he had his prized possession in Anakin. In fact, he planned to have Anakin hunt Grievous down after he had destroyed the Jedi at the temple. General Grievous decides to make his way to Coruscant. He knows of his master's plan, or at least some of it. He knew the plan for the clones to kill all the Jedi, and by the way they were acting on Utapau, he figured the order must have been placed into action. Grievous takes his ship and flies to Coruscant. As he parks the ship on one of the docking bays at the temple, he leaps out of the cockpit to see the temple is in ruins. Flames and explosions happening everywhere as his whole vision is engloomed with intense bright lights. He heads inside the temple. Grievous sees thousands of clone troopers shooting at the Jedi Knights. Hundreds of Jedi fell to the fire of the relentless clones. Grievous. He turns around and sees Anakin Skywalker staring at him, his lightsaber already humming and glowing with the deaths of dozens of clones caused from it. Why have you come here, Grievous? This is no place for you, and now you will die as a result. Anakin raced for Grievous. Using his Form 5 fighting style to his best ability, he applied constant pressure. Utilizing all aspects of his surrounding, he force-pushed objects to the non-force-wielding being standing in front of him. Grievous was on the back foot. He had never faced an opponent as fierce as this. The only thing that came close was his old master, Count Dooku. Anakin force-pushed Grievous to the ground, knocking both of his lightsabers out of his hand. He marched over to him and raised his sword as he swung it down to the droid-like creature, only for his lightsaber to be stopped by another. Anakin looked to his left. There stood 900-year-old Grand Master of the Jedi Order, Yoda. At an end your savagery is, Skywalker. Yoda propelled Anakin with the Force, giving Grievous enough time to stand. Stop this man. Help me, will you? General Grievous. Grievous grunted as they both darted for Anakin. Grievous ignited all 4 of his lightsabers this time. Both him and Yoda used all of their abilities to finish this battle. Yoda leapt over the top of both of them. It was too much. Anakin couldn't sustain this level of offense much longer. Raising his saber to defend each coming blow as quickly as he could before cutting the handle of his lightsaber. Yoda gave the finishing strike, killing Anakin Skywalker. Yoda glared at Grievous. Betrayed by your master, have you been? Let you go, I will. Though come back, never will you. With those words, Grievous sprinted out of the temple, racing to his ship to fly away, not even thinking of what to do next. Yoda stares at the body of Anakin, sighing at his failures, knowing he could have done more to stop this attack, that he could have sensed it or known the path the Jedi were heading down. As he stands there pondering his choices, he hears a demonic laugh in the distance. He turns to see an old figure strutting towards him. His laugh gets louder and louder as it creeps down Yoda's spine. He knew who this was, Chancellor Palpatine, or now better known as Emperor Palpatine, dictator of the galaxy. Master Yoda, you survived. By now you will experience the full power of the dark side of the Force. He ignited his lightsaber from his sleeve as Yoda followed suit, leaping for the Sith Lord. Okay, so that's where I'm gonna leave part 1 of this What If. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on where the story should go next. Will the light side prevail, or will the Shroud of Darkness be too much for Yoda? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, I really hope you enjoyed it. And as always, have a good day everyone.